The story of Cirrus Aircraft is really one of historic innovation and constant evolution. For well over 30 years, we've really been crafting technologies and solutions that define and redefine what we have come to call personal aviation. Cirrus has become synonymous with safety, and our engineers, our world-class engineers, have really outdone themselves this time. They've created a product that we believe is going to change personal aviation forever.
I think we all think about the future of aviation and autonomous flight, and when's that day gonna arrive when I just press one button and the aircraft taxis, it takes off, it flies me across the country and lands at my destination. And we're not there at this point in time, but we've taken a step in that direction. One thing that every pilot and passenger is looking for every time they hop into an aircraft is something that makes them feel safe. We had this amazing opportunity to get our hands on our field demonstration aircraft, and I want to take you along and show you this amazing game-changing technology that we call Safe Return Emergency Autoland System. Safe Return, very simply, is a safety system where if for any reason the pilot's ever incapacitated, a passenger can land the aircraft with just the touch of a button.
Emergency Autoland activating.
So just after the Safe Return button was touched, the Vision Jet turns into an autonomous vehicle. Once activated, Safe Return transforms the screens on the Perspective Touch Plus flight deck to screens that are useful for a passenger. The next thing Safe Return does is it uses its global terrain database to identify the nearby terrain and figure out the best path to avoid that terrain. And it's not just terrain. The Safe Return system uses satellite data link to navigate around potentially hazardous weather. Once Safe Return's identified the potentially hazardous terrain and weather nearby, it then uses information like fuel remaining, winds aloft, and winds on the ground to select a suitable airport. And once it selects that airport, it uses additional information to select the most suitable runway. Not only is Safe Return taking care of the aircraft, it's also taking care of the passengers. And it's announcing over the audio system how much time is remaining, how many minutes are left until that aircraft touches down. The Safe Return system also automatically squawks the emergency squawk frequency 7700, which begins the response of the emergency services vehicles at the airport of intended landing. It's just incredible to watch the Vision Jet roll itself out onto final approach, on the right speed, on the right course, with the gear and flaps down, with the stabilized descent all set up. And of course, none of this would be possible without the Vision Jet's auto throttle system. So it's been using the auto throttle throughout this entire Safe Return process, and it uses as it slows down and prepares for landing. Once the flaps are down and the gear's down, line right up on the center line for that runway, and it begins its slow, stabilized descent into the airport. As it gets closer and closer to the runway, the Vision Jet uses its radar altimeter to compare that with the GPS position above the ground, and we have a remarkably precise number that shows us exactly how high we are above the ground as we're coming in. And just as we get over the runway in the right spot, the Safe Return system reduces the throttle and puts the aircraft automatically and autonomously into a flare, holds it just above the ground, and the aircraft touches back down to the ground. Once the aircraft has touched down, the Safe Return system begins pressing the brakes, slows down the aircraft, and brings it to a complete stop, allowing the passengers to open the door and exit. From now on, if they need to, with just a touch of a button, passengers can land the Vision Jet. Safe Return is this incredible technology that adds another layer of safety to the Vision Jet. And that's now become part of this larger total safety solution on the Vision Jet, which includes the Cirrus airframe parachute system, unique to Cirrus aircraft, which is the ultimate backup. Maybe once or twice in your career, you get this opportunity to work on this amazing game-changing technology, and the whole team here at Cirrus Aircraft has had that opportunity again. From day one at Cirrus Aircraft, we've always been looking to the future, innovating, figuring out new ways and bringing new technologies to aviation to make it more efficient, safe, to bring more innovation to the aircraft. Safe Return is a first step down that path to autonomous flight, And I can assure you, the entire Cirrus aircraft team is going to be leading the way.